with another episode of World 1-1 Podcast. Before we dive into all the good stuff, you can and should find us at our home on Podbean at world11.podbean.com, all spelled out, all one word. Google Play Music, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, and kind of Instagram. So, there. That's everything. I am your host, Larry the Bearded Wonder. Joining me tonight is Josh New Eddie LeGroux.
Hello.
Kathy Lord of the Stream.
Hello.
And Dylan Drinky Pants.
Hello.
We could have gone with Harvey Dent.
Oh, come on. Come on, Larry. Too soon.
Don't make him laugh too hard. It hurts.
I know,
sure.
right?
Oh, hell. So, let's get straight to the business with oh my god, video games. Dylan, I feel like I haven't seen you in the longest. The fuck have you been playing?
Rage 2, and a lot of Smite. As you can catch on the stream. What was that? Saturdays? Sundays. Sorry, morphine.
No, it's all good.
But yeah, I've been playing a lot of Rage 2, Smite, getting into Division a little bit here and there. I just recently started getting back into Smite. It's a lot of fun. I love that game. And I've been like getting into the ranked joust, and me and my buddies are moving up through the ranks, and it's good times. I haven't played a little bit of Fortnite, and hated it. But I like the new game mode. Like well, I guess it's new to me. It's not new to Fortnite users, but the like free play arcade like playground, that was fun. But yeah, I mean, nothing too interesting. You know, I'm gonna keep streaming probably Smite and Rage 2 until I beat it, until Pokemon comes out, and then I'm gonna stream that when Pokemon comes out. So.
Oh, that reminds me. When are you up? Are you up for another evening of Portal 2 this week?
Yeah. I mean, even if you want to do it anytime before 8 and after 5 on Sunday.
Okay.
So
yeah, we could probably squeak that in again somewhere. A little co-op catastrophe.
Yeah, I love Portal, and I had a lot of fun. It was good times.
Oh yeah. And for the record, Kathy, no, there's no spoilers on there because we're playing co-op, which runs completely different than the single player.
Yeah, completely separate.
Right. It's its own little world.
It really is. It's even its own separate little story thing and jokes and quips and shit, which is great. So I do think it's kind of a travesty, though, that they lock, a lot of that behind co-op. So if you don't have someone to play with, you don't ever get to see that. So, but anyways, and Kathy, what have you been playing?
Got a little bit further in the witness. Big shout out to Adele for joining us. That was fun.
Maybe on later.
Not much else. I've been playing through the Nintendo eShop, the old NES games on the Switch. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, some Skyrim. I went back into Skyrim.
I'm excited to watch you play that. I love Skyrim.
Well, I made it to Fort Dawnguard, so that'll be the next part, is going in to Dim Hollow Crypt and seeing what's in there, even though I already know. I played the Dawnguard DLC so many frickin' times. It's my least favorite of the DLCs, even though it's got some really beautiful locations. It just drags on. I hate having the vampires around, and I always do that one first just to get the vampire, so that there aren't as many vampire attacks, so I don't lose as many of the NPCs. Whenever because they're less likely to attack the towns. So, that one. So, But starting tomorrow, I will be doing Throwback Thursdays, where I'll be playing Super Nintendo games on my SNES, my SNES Classic on my channel. And then I guess starting on Fridays, I'm going to play everybody's favorite game in World 1-1, Fortnite, on our channel. So until somebody else wants to take over the Friday slot, I'm just looking to add it as a filler. So, and it'll give me something to do Friday nights. Normally I don't do much on Friday nights, so yeah,
Right.
That's it.
And LeGrew, what the hell are you playing?
Been playing the Dig. Started Command Prompt.
Fuck yes.
Yes, I didn't do too much. I only a couple hours, but really got back in. I really, it was much needed for me because I really just, you know what? I really need to get back into this shit, and that really helped me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start playing a lot more of that stuff. And Kathleen was right about that. She said you never play more games than when you want to stream stuff. So. Because that's like, now I'm thinking of all the stuff I can actually stream and more times I can stream and how, because I feel like now if I'm playing a game and not streaming it, what's the point?
Yeah.
Right.
It was actually kind of fun.
I know.
It was kind of fun.
It's
Yeah.
like, why bother playing anything unless I'm, got the stream up and going, and
Right.
I don't care if anybody's watching. It's just, but it's like,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, it was just fun. It was just fun. I really enjoyed it. And I'm a real introvert person, so for me, this was actually really fun. So I really enjoyed it.
Well, you could tell you were enjoying it on the stream. So, because I was sitting watching while I was working on some stuff for the
I was
channel.
having beers as I did it, and
Yeah, I noticed that. Like,
I was like, I skipped some stuff because I was like, didn't realize I was going past it. I had a friend that watched the video after I was done, and his kids were yelling, I guess, at the screen, pick up, do that. So I'm like, well, that's good. Well, you can watch next week when I actually do that.
and they should type that in there to the chat.
Well,
just
I
be
think
like,
what happened,
Exactly.
I think they were watching it after.
Oh, okay.
Done with it, and then they were like, kind of like, they're like 12 and 13, and they've never seen those games, so that was fun for them. And I did like that aspect of it, that people that maybe haven't seen this game before were getting to see it.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool, and I do enjoy it. And now I'm just like, want to play more. Haven't really played much more than that, just because I've been having a lot of stuff at home, and I've got some other stuff going on outside of work and things like that. And of course the holiday and family and all that kind of stuff kind of dragged me out. But other than that, that's what I've been doing.
Darn
Nice.
that family.
I know,
Right.
Right?
Yeah, I even
If only
enjoyed
there
the
was a
stream.
way to get rid of them. Oh, never mind.
Wow. I wasn't even going there with that, but okay.
I know it got dark real quick, didn't it?
Jeez.
Yeah. No,
Way to-
I've
way
been
to bring it down, Larry.
I've been in a dark place, Larry. It's not a good place to be. So I'll take the family any day.
So, right on. Let's see, what have I been playing? Man, I piddled with a bunch of stuff lately. So I downloaded and I actually played some Golf Peaks on the Switch, which is really fucking clever. It's this dirt cheap little puzzle game. It uses the premise of like surrealist miniature golf, kind of a la Marble Madness, combined with a card game aspect to make a puzzle game. So like you start a stage and you get a couple of cards, and each card tells you like how many spaces it will move your golf ball, or how much force it will put your golf ball in terms of movement. Some of them will let you like jump up or hop the ball so you can get over ledges and shit. And the goal is just to make it to the hole, and it's way more clever than it has any right to be. It's dirt ass cheap, and it's actually really good. It's super simplistic, but totally worth a play. It's a simple little brain teaser game. Solid recommendation. Spent some time twiddling with SteamWorld Dig on my Switch, which I still don't like on my Switch as much as I like it on my 3DS. But I had my Switch with me and not my 3DS, and I wanted to play it, so there it was. Also, spent a little time with Inversus Deluxe. It's kind of a twin stick shooter. It reminds Josh, you probably remember this, and Kathy, you might too. I don't know, Dylan, you may or may not. You remember an old like pre-installed Windows game called Jezball?
Yeah, I remember it, but I never really played it.
Okay.
Don't ever.
I played the pinball game on XP.
Right, right.
I mean,
Right.
Space
played,
Cadet Pinball.
mine
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
super
everybody
That table back somewhere, please.
Mine was Solitaire. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, so in Versus is a little like Jezball meets twin stick shooter. So it drops you on this board. Think kind of Geometry Wars ish.
Yeah.
And most of the board is black, and you play a little white square that roams around, and you can shoot in 4 directions: up, down, left, right. And as you shoot, it will turn the black squares white, so you can maneuver into the white squares. And then your goal is to take out the other little opposite color squares that are roaming around. Some of them will detonate and explode when you hit them, and if you're lucky, they'll cause a chain reaction and catch some of the other ones at the same time. Later on, there's other ones that like shoot back at you, and as they roam around, they take away your working space, so you have to keep shooting in order to reopen it up. But you have a limited number of shots you can fire off at a time before you have to wait for a recharge. So you've got to be real delicate and think about what's going to open up the most maneuvering space, as well as taking out enemies and where you can move. So it's a really good pressures on kind of twin. It's not really twin stick because you don't have like full 360 shooting, because it's literally
Right.
just directions. But it's a solid little game. Also got in some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, made its way back into my Switch recently. Nothing significant, just kind of spent some time dicking around with it because I took it with me out to an event for work on Sunday. And the event was a total bust. So we kind of just spent the day screwing around playing Mario Kart. Let's see, what else? Hang on. Oh, and the big one. Definitely the big one. Spent way more time with this than I should have, but I can't ever pull myself away from it. Lots of time with Dead Cells Rise of the Giant.
Oh,
It's so good.
so what's different? I mean, I know there's a lot, but what's really catching you on it?
Okay, so one, there's a fair bit of nerfs and a couple of buffs to some of the enemies. I don't know if this is a new one or not, but it was new to me. I picked up a rare blueprint on a skill called Instinct of the Master at Arms, which is awesome. It plays really well with the setup that I usually run. It reduces the cooldown on my secondary weapons like traps and grenades and shit for every critical hit that I deal. And considering I tend to play with quick bow a lot, there's a lot of critical hits happening, which is fucking awesome. So that in tandem with Hunter's Instinct just destroys my cooldown, which is phenomenal. That aside, though, that's getting into the weeds of it. The big stuff, though, is the new biome, the caverns, which then leads to the giant. Yeah, I will work with you again tonight to see if we can get this shit fixed. All right? Jesus.
I'm just pissed. I really want to play it, and I can't. That's all.
We'll
It's
try
nothing
and get it
against
fixed
you.
again tonight.
It's not
I've been
against
reading
you.
that some other people had some issues with it on Steam too, actually.
It's okay. I'm not pissed at you. I'm just pissed that you've gotten to play it and I haven't. That's all.
Oh, if you got it
And
on
I've had
Switch.
it longer, or I've had access to it supposedly longer.
So
Yeah.
what is the deal that's going on with that? It's just not updating, or
I'm not entirely sure, and I've read a few people have been having some issues trying to get it to like
I can't download.
load up.
Yeah, I can't download the DLC.
Oh, okay.
It's not letting
Yeah,
me
it-
download it, and I don't know why.
Why?
Yeah, it's fucking
Okay.
weird. But
So
in any case, you may even want to try uninstalling and reinstalling.
that's true. But I don't want to go
That's
through the pain of that. Sorry. I'll stop whining. I'll shut up.
But yeah, so the caverns have a really nifty layout. I'm totally digging the caverns. They're way more vertical than I would have expected for something called the caverns. Hey, look who showed the fuck up. Look at that shit.
Hey, Eddie.
Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm just getting off home from work.
But then the caverns lead to the giant, and the giant is a ton of fun. So, in order, because I will tell you too, getting to the caverns and then subsequently the giant is not the most super obvious thing. There is a very specific pathway you have to take to get there. So that big giant door that's at the beginning of the prisoners' quarters in Dead Cells now we now know what's behind it. The whole thing like blows open and there's a lava pit, and you find out that that's where the giant's been hanging out, and the giant has left the room. So you have to get across the lava pit, and you get the cavern keys, and you've got to find your way to the graveyard, and then from the graveyard you will be able to access the caverns for the first time with the cavern key. From the caverns, it will take you to the giant. But the giant fight is a ton of fun. I am somewhere between proud of myself and disappointed, because I kid you not, my first go round with the giant, not only did I beat the giant, I beat the giant with no damage.
Wow.
Ooh.
I was feeling very pleased, but I had a couple of traps that were working well in my favor. I was running a pair of double crossbow matics, and they worked well because, unlike the sinew slicers, they can angle up, and that helps tremendously. But no, the giant fight is really cool, though. It's a lot of fun. It definitely gives you very little maneuvering space in terms of dodging and getting out of the way of stuff, though. It's very tight quarters. But if you have the right setup and you keep the pressure on, it's not bad. But just because it was easy, or it went super easy for me, did not mean that it was not a shit ton of fun, because it was. Oh, it was great. So beyond that too, there's a bunch of new skins and stuff, so you can change costumes and outfits and things of the like. There's actually new enemies and stuff floating around too. So there's brand new enemies floating around. So if you start rocking some of the boss cells, new enemies start coming into the mix right from the get-go. I was like, the fuck is hitting? And come to find out, there's like new cloaked enemies and shit. I'm like, the fuck is this? This was not here before. But they're there, and I'm like, props for adding just that much more content. You know, they could have just put in the new biome in the boss fight and been done, but they did not stop there. Plus, the new biome has new enemies in it as well. It's not just filled with recycled shit. So I'm super pleased, and it's totally free, and it's also on sale on Switch right now for $20 for the whole package. So
Yeah,
you don't
can't beat
already
that.
have it,
Yeah.
definitely go get that shit. Other than that, I think that's been. Oh no, I sat and played a little bit of Samus Returns the other day too. Now that I got my 3DS basically up and running again, and everything relinked, I just haven't gotten it all re-downloaded because I need a new SD card, because the 3DS won't read 128 gig SD card. Fuck you! I have to downgrade to a 32, which was bullshit. So, but in any case, that's what I've been playing. Yeah, that sounds right. Oh, and Dylan and I played some Portal 2, and it was great fun because co-op Portal 2 is fantastic.
Good time.
Yeah, it is. It's not a competition, but if it was, the blue team would be winning. So, Eddie, what on God's green earth have you been playing?
Okay, so I'm going to keep this kind of simple and short. For Switch, play more Phoenix Wright. I'm sorry, I'm almost done with that. I keep saying it, I'll be done with it, but there's been two other games that I've been putting a lot of time in. Monster Hunter World for Xbox One. Really put a lot of time in that. Finally beat Anjanoff, this big, huge dinosaur. It took me like 4 tries to beat him, but I finally did it. And then last but not least, I played Rage 2. And I'm really enjoying that game. The shotgun is powerful.
Oh, it's insane. The shotgun's insane in that game.
You literally could just shoot them once or twice and they're gone. And that's it. Yeah. It's
I love shotguns.
In some areas, the shotgun will be less effective. But yeah, it's pretty devastating, especially if you're in overdrive mode.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Actually, the pistol was good, too.
Yeah. Everything in that game is really good. I'm gonna stream it again on Saturday night.
Have you finished it yet, Dylan?
No, I haven't beat it yet.
Because I just got to the part where I got to meet the third person. So I just met the female. We had a shootout with all these other enemies attacking her. But now I got to try to meet some big boss and kill him or sneak a computer chip into his thing.
Do you have the BFG?
Yeah, but I gotta win a race and I gotta empty a place. Not empty a place. Do like a battle arena kind of thing. I gotta do that. So that's where I'm at. But I pretty much spent Memorial Day playing all Rage 2. Like, I didn't play anything else. I'm just like, dang. But that's pretty much what I've been playing. I know starting Saturday, I'll be starting up Neo for PS4 and playing that for the next 3 weeks. So I got to get as much gaming in that I can so I can get that game done. But pretty much that's all I've been playing. Just waiting tomorrow for or the time of this we're recording. Gato Robo. It's like a Metroidvania with a cat in a mech suit. It looks cool and very interested in playing it.
How does this slip under my radar?
Yeah, they have pre-orders go live for like a couple of days. I think last week. But
what
you can take
hitting?
I don't know what else is hitting. I just know that Gato Robo was like the highlight for it, but I don't know what else is hitting Thursday and Friday. But I probably won't pick nothing else up until probably after E3. I'll wait for some E3 sales. But pretty much that's all I've been playing and stuff.
Right on. Okay. Let's see. Anybody else have any lingering games they've been playing that they want to sneak in before we hit the break?
Did I play anything on? No, I think I haven't played anything on PS4 after Limelight. I think after that I played that. I went into Rage 2. But I did pick up Shadow of the Damned. I did pick up Spec Out the Lines. And there was another game that I picked up that I'm ready to play. So there's some 360 games I picked up from the sale. I really want to play the Spec Out the Lines because I never got to finish it on PS3.
You haven't played that?
I played it on PS3, but I never got to finish it.
Oh goodness!
So,
you gotta play that.
I just started Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines.
I heard that's really
that's
good.
fantastic too.
Yeah, I never played it.
God, I admire you guys playing these games for the first time.
Well, I played like Spec Ops the Line. Like I said, I played that in PS3. I just didn't finish.
Well, finishing it, Eddie, is the best part of the game.
Well, I kind of know what happens. I actually want an HD remake. I really wanted a sequel to that.
You're not going to get it, so just enjoy this. Enjoy this.
That's
play
why
it twice. Play it twice and make the opposite decisions the second time.
That's why I wish Fall of Fallujah would have came out. Or Konami would have stayed by it.
Oh, 6 Nights in Fallujah.
Yeah.
I was interested. I was interested in playing it, even if it was.
A lot of people were.
Yeah, and they said that the game was finished. They just got lost to publishing. So.
Yeah, at the time, nobody wanted to fucking touch that political mess.
Yeah, I get it. They're probably not going to do it now, so.
No, that time is come and gone, unfortunately. That's going to be forever lost to the annals of history.
Somebody will probably find it and do a ROM dump of it.
We hope at some point in the future.
Yeah.
It happens with NES games and stuff.
It's true.
Yeah.
It may one day. You never know. So, speaking of pickups, by the way, it's on my list to pick up. But I will personally vouch that it is phenomenal because it was phenomenal on 360, and this is just more of the same. Chime Sharp has dropped on the Switch. Get it. Chime is a phenomenal music puzzle game. For bonus room this week. Boy, oh boy, do we have something super for you. With that said, let's go to break.
What?
Welcome back. This is the bonus round. This is the middle part of the show where we do like weird, goofy show and tell shit, and we pull shit out of our collections and show it to you because it's fucking neat. So Eddie's gotten to see this way back when I first got it, actually. And there's a newer model out that I have not picked up, but I kind of want to. But I also really actually kind of like my original model of this. Truth be told, it's nice. It's a bit of a brick, but it's strangely comfortable, and it makes me happy. So I'd like to introduce everybody to my friend, the Superboy.
Yeah.
Nice.
It is a legit, full-blown, handheld Super Nintendo that plays actual Super Nintendo fucking cartridges.
Yep.
I've seen
Slams right into the
those.
back there. The screen's actually not bad. Let's see if it'll... There we go.
Yeah.
Rock up
Nice.
R-Type
Super R-Type.
and Skippy. So I picked this up a couple years ago. It's a great little piece of hardware. The speakers are actually really nice. It's got good audio. The screen is actually pretty solid. Move that in so it doesn't wobble the cartridge. So you can see it roll. It's nice, clean, clear. It's not a big
Yeah.
screen by any means. But the build quality on this is actually really spectacular. The buttons have a real nice clicky snap to them. They're not mushy. They're nice and firm. The same thing with the D-pad, and the shoulder buttons are wonderful. It's super comfortable in the hands, at least for me, but I've also got great big bear paws. I'm probably one of the few people that didn't fucking hate the Duke on the original Xbox. So that tells you anything. One of the neat little things that I like, it's a nice touch, is on the back here when you pop the cartridge in, there's a little piece that you slide over, and it actually pushes a plastic piece up against the cartridge to keep it from wobbling. It keeps it locked in place in the pin connector, which is nice. Also super cool here, you'll notice a sweet little detail. On the front side, it's got controller ports.
Yep.
The question is, yeah. So here's the deal. The Superboy actually has a AV out, and it does come with the AV cords, so you can hook it up to your TV and actually use it as just a straight console as well. And you can plug in regular Super Nintendo controllers into the ports to rock out multiplayer.
Okay, cool.
So it's a solid little piece of hardware. It even comes with a nice little like felt pouch carry thing, a little drawstring bag there. But no, it's a great little find. There's a newer version that is a little bit slimmer, slightly bigger screen, and a nicer battery. But I have no complaints about mine, honestly.
It's a Hyperkin product, right?
Yes,
I think.
yes, it is.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, I dropped $80 on it when it first came out.
It's not bad.
No, it's not. It's
I was
for
gonna say,
a
not
fully
for that.
Well, you're getting way over 100 now. I think they're actually like around 120 if you
That
want to
might
buy
be
them.
the new versions.
It is a new version. I think you can find the old ones usually about 100. So you know they're kind of not really rare, but
Yeah,
people like them, so they do work.
they really do. Like I said, it's a nice piece. It's a great way to play your Super Nintendo stuff on the go, especially since Switch doesn't have that theoretically yet. That might change in a couple weeks. We don't know. But yeah, no, that's. I thought I'd pull that out and share that because
That is cool.
it doesn't get nearly enough love. Truth be told, I remember the night that the Switch came out, and I'm sitting around in GameStop, perched on the floor up against a a wall or a post or whatever the hell it was. I'm sitting there playing on my my Superboy. But yeah, I haven't found any compatibility issues with any of my cartridges, so it plays everything insofar as I can find. I also popped in R-Type because we got a little bit of R-Type news coming up in the third half of the show as well. So that's got me super pumped. But yeah, that's bonus round. It's short, it's sweet, it's simple this week. So we'll be back in just a minute. And welcome back to the third half of the show. This is where we either deep dive into a special subject, or like tonight, we make our way on over to the news desk. So this week, we got a couple stories we want to dig into. Starting with, let's see here. You know what? Fuck it. We'll lead off with R-Type Final 2 has just been announced, and Kickstarter is coming in just a few days here. I'm so pumped for fucking R-Type Final 2. I adore R-Type Final. It is one of my favorite shmups ever. But again, for a very specific, inappropriate reason. Because that last stage is just magical. But it's a great shmup all the way around. R-Type is the fucking tits.
Who's doing the development?
Oh shit! My brain just went blank for a second. I don't remember. I know they said that they are including every player or playable ship that has ever been, and then they're also taking all that, and every weapon that's ever been is all going to be in there, along with some additional customization that wasn't there in R-Type Final 1, and pumping it all in, as well as some new difficulty options that weren't there previously as well. So just all the way around, this looks spectacular. Like I said, Kickstarter's going up in just a couple of days. No pricing as of yet. It does appear to be coming to all platforms from what I was reading, with a special focus on the fact that they're bringing it to Switch. So this all makes me super, super happy. Larry's a happy boy. So, but yeah, R-Type Final 2 is coming. I still need to get a replacement copy of R-Type Final, though, because nothing will ever replace the final stage of R-Type Final. Eddie, I know you and I have talked about this. Dylan, Kathy, Josh, have you played it? Have you played the final stage of R-Type Final?
No.
Never played the game.
Okay. So, something magical happens when you get to the final stage. The background is just perfect. It's like this amber color, solid background, and there's a silhouette of a guy and a gal fucking the whole background of this stage. I shit you not. They are just going to town in the background of this fucking shmup. Makes no sense, but there it is, plain as day. And the best part is you're so busy shooting and killing everything and trying not to die that you don't notice it unless you're watching somebody else play. At which point you're like, wait a minute, fuck do you mean this has been happening the whole time?
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of fantastic. So let's talk, because it just released today as of recording. The new trailer from Kojima. We now have a launch date for Death Stranding, coming November 8th to PlayStation 4. I've watched this trailer twice now.
Yep.
And I still have no idea what the fuck is happening.
I have more questions now than when I watched it the first time.
Yeah, exactly. Though, Josh, you said you pre-ordered it. Dylan, Eddie, are you pre-ordering your copy of The Legend of Hideo Breath of Metal Gear?
I'm passing. Death Stranding does nothing for me. Like I don't think there's gonna be a payoff for it. And plus, with Nintendo kind of setting my whole holiday and rest of the year with their game releases, I'm putting my focus more on that and Gears and Halo Infinite. Like, Death Stranding does nothing for me.
That's fair.
Yeah, I will say I'm curious to see if I really hope, honestly, that even though Death Stranding is probably not something I will get a chance to play, at least for a long, long while, I have a supreme hope that it is a self-contained game and that it's not the start of a new series. It's like there's a drastic, painful shortage of self-contained one-off AAA in games in the industry right now, and that kind of annoys me. Like, not every AAA game needs to be the fucking start of a series. It's okay to just make a game, and at the end of that game, it is fucking done.
Just be like, it's over. Yeah, I agree with that.
Seriously.
I just know that with the amount of money that they put into these things, that's usually not where they're, it's just not feasible for them.
Yeah. Well, I know Quantic Dreams, a lot of their games don't get a sequel. Like, once they make it, it's beginning to the end. That's it. So,
True.
Yeah, but no, I guess we'll see. I know I don't know how many people tuned in to see it. But like, Josh, have you seen any of the reactions? Like, are people for this?
I watched a couple of them. A few were for it. I mean, I just didn't. I think it's gonna take a day or two to kind of percolate around. I think so people can kind of watch it and give their reactions to it. On the people I've seen on a whole are kind of excited for it. I'm excited for it just because I think it's going to be like, for me, it's going to be kind of the last like maybe big game I play on the PS4. I mean, I'll always go back and I have backlog. I mean, that's not going to ever stop. But
yeah,
I mean, this might be the biggest new game I'm going to play before the end of it, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll get Last of Us 2 or something. Who knows?
Yeah, because Last of Us 2 got pushed back to next year.
Right. I don't know if they did they confirm that yet? Or was that just a rumor?
I think they confirmed it. I think they're thinking of it being pushed to February.
Like
we don't
February
know yet.
2020, something like that. Yeah,
because
that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Like, yeah, because with them just wrapping up production, like, I think they wrapped up. I think maybe some of the final voice acting and like cutscenes and stuff. They're probably mixing all of that stuff in, like patching things. So,
no, I agree. So it doesn't surprise me that they're pushing that at all.
Yeah. Because I think they got to bug test that, all of that stuff. So we shall see.
Oh,
and
sure.
Plus, they were hiring for, I think Naughty Dog was hiring like for a lighting artist or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't see that, but I'm sure they're hiring all the time for somebody. But yeah, maybe it's for this game, fix some things.
Right. I wonder how much like lighting stuff can be done post production after the game is made.
Probably all of it. It's all in
my gut says I would think so, but by the same token,
well, look at Skyrim. They released the enhanced edition of that, and they rechanged a lot of the lighting and everything.
Right.
Right on. So last one we'll hit on, and then we'll call it a night. We'll keep it short and sweet this evening. Lots of Pokemon news, with more to come. So we just got announced the new Pokemon Plus or Plus and or whatever the hell they're calling it.
Plus. Yeah,
I thought it was Plus, but my brain was going, no, it's Plus and because Plus is too dumb. So you can now get, it's coming soon. You'll be able to get the Pokemon Plus Bluetooth wristband adapter game thingy for Pokemon Go, so that you can now Pokemon Go to sleep. It's going to track your sleeping and somehow gamify it and turn it into rewards and perks for your Pokemon. also announced is the Pokemon Home. So it's kind of a unified Pokemon bank across platforms. So that way you'll be able to pull all of your Pokemon from all your different places and move them into one game, including moving your Pokemon from the Let's Go games over to the upcoming Sword and Shield. So that all your time in Let's Go, even though it's not really a mainline entry in the series, still matter. And then, most importantly, a sequel to Detective Pikachu is coming to the Switch. Hooray! So,
Exciting news.
yeah, I don't know. Like you said, I really, really enjoyed the fuck out of that movie. That movie was a ton of fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it was a
think-
good movie.
I think with the Pokemon Sleep thing, I think Iwata's a vision, how he wanted to bring
The
like,
Vitality Sensor.
bringing those ideas and stuff. I think Nintendo's probably going to start, well, mostly the Pokemon company and the developers of Pokemon Go. I think they're probably going to try to bring that into fruition. Because I'm like,
Yeah, that was kind of what I thought when I saw it. I'm like, oh, that's what happened with the Vitality Sensor.
and you know what? I was for Vitality Sensor. I think it would have been helpful if it actually came out, but we just never heard anything for it. I think Nintendo was kind of just thinking, maybe, when people get tense or people feel a certain way, maybe there is a game that could calm them down, and maybe they need some equipment to help them. I like the fact that Nintendo was thinking outside the box that, it's more than games. We kind of care for your health in a sense.
Right.
No.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's a smart move to have the even the sleep app or whatever. There's a lot of people that are still very involved with Pokemon Go, and giving them another device in which they can, help keep track of, all kinds of different things, including their sleep patterns, and gamifying it, makes I don't know. It's a good idea, so long as it doesn't, get creepy.
Well, it's going to get creepy.
It's always creepy, but
definitely creepy.
At least people can keep track, of their sleep cycle, I guess, and it can help them. Maybe they make it like if you go to bed, consistently, you get better stuff. I don't know. I'm all for having games help keep people healthy. If that's a thing that they can do, then I'm all for it. If it's something you enjoy, go for it. It's not me.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep my fat ass inside playing video games. But I'll dabble on a nice day.
Right.
Well, I remember when one of the Pokemon games, it may be X and Y, they had the walker. You could transfer a Pokemon
Heart
to
Gold and Soul Silver.
it. Was that one? Okay, you could transfer it to a walker, and while you walking around, the steps will help level up your Pokemon. I thought that was really cool. you know?
Those. If you can find one with the pedometer with it, man, that's money. It's good luck, man. It's hard to find those nowadays.
Yeah. But yeah, so lots of Pokemon news and more to come because we're getting a Nintendo Direct dedicated to Pokemon Sword and Shield, which kind of gives me some hope that Pokemon is going to take up very little time in Nintendo's E3 this year.
It'll be at Treehouse Live. I think they'll speak.
Oh,
more
it'll be
on
there.
it.
Yeah.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see it. Ideally, I wouldn't want to see it at all in their Direct for E3.
You know what? I kind of would. I would like to see what they would have for it, what special editions or what controllers or something. Because I think it would be a surprise to see what the Pokemon Company themselves how they will participate in the actual E3 Direct, just to see what they would do.
I would rather see them talk about it in Treehouse like they did with Samus Returns a couple of years ago. Honestly, I would be perfectly happy if it was completely void, absent at their E3 press conference direct showing thing. So I just anytime they show Pokemon in depth, really, it's the same thing as with Smash with me. They just go too much into the fucking weeds. I'm like, I already know what it is. I don't give a shit. Just fucking give it to me.
Right.
Oh
So,
man,
stop.
it's their hype train though, man. Like every Pokemon Direct, I'm like, fuck yeah, like.
The hype train's going to be Animal Crossing. Again, Animal Crossing is not my thing, but I know that there's 5 billion other people that do like it. So good for them.
It makes them money every year. Like people still buy it on 3DS.
Yep.
So
But yeah, that's all I got this week. So short, sweet, simple. Anybody want to toss anything in before we go?
Well, my happiness, the Contra Anniversary Collection's been announced, all the rest of the games. There's going to be more, I think about 10 or 12 games on the Contra series, and you'll be able to play some of the Japanese and European versions of Contra. So, and it's been years since the NES version has been released back in America. So, anyone who been waiting for that game to come on the on Nintendo's online, now you have a choice to pay. I'm assuming it's going to be $19.99. Pay $20 and you get all that goodness of Contra. So yeah,
I'm still pissed. It doesn't have the best Contra game of all time. There's no Contra 4 on there, so it's bullshit.
well, it's because it's the DS game, the
That's no
2-screen
excuse.
thing. I mean, the
Well, they are-
2-screen,
yeah.
the 2-screen thing wouldn't work with the Switch in a sense.
It doesn't matter. The two screens literally operate as a single screen.
Yeah, but you need the 2 screens when fighting the boss that's way up on the other side, and
Yeah, so stack them
Switch-
and call it a day.
it doesn't
Or
work
be
that way.
awesome and go vertical. So I have another awesome game to play my Switch on my flip grip with.
If that was possible, I could agree with you, but nah,
It's
It's
totally
just-
possible.
it just wouldn't be right.
All you got to do is rock a vertical orientation.
So, yeah, and everybody get ready for Mario Maker next week.
Yep.
Definitely before E3 starts, June
Coming.
8th. Yeah, it's going to be a knockout week.
Did you see that? Did you see the Mario Maker that if you play online, you can only play with random people?
Yes.
Yep, and I don't care.
That's dumb.
I think
I-
it's dumb, but I don't really care.
I
Yeah.
love that.
I mean, but if you want to play with friends, like
Yeah, that's the thing that really is frustrating about Nintendo. It's always 2 steps forward, 1 step back, where
but
they're
I like,
on everything.
but I like that they're having random people to do it. Then just your
sure, but why not
Have the
also
option.
let you
Have the option.
to let you play with friends?
I think because I think with the option, I think they're going to do the code thing still. Because
Well,
it looks like they're still doing a code thing from
We'll
last
find
into
out.
the direct.
we'll find out.
Yeah, but I like the fact that random people will be able to play it, and
Right.
because I think with some of your friends and stuff, they may not be encouraging about your creativity. Where if you have random people playing your stuff, you might actually learn some things. You actually might engage more with random people, encouraging and liking your stuff, and giving you hints on some things that would be a cool idea to put forth with. If your friends are not creative as you are, and this is not a diss to people's friends or anything, but if your friends are not as creative as you are, it becomes hard letting them play your levels and not really offer anything when they just be like, oh, it was a cool level, and that's it. You really want some good ideas to really be put into your level.
You still want to have, for me, Mario has been and always will be, I think, something that is more like family oriented. Like
Yeah.
I've always played with either my brothers, now my wife. It's Mario's been like a family thing to me, and
Yes.
like while being able to play with strangers is cool, I still want to be able to play with my friends and family. Like
Right.
that's to me is the bread and butter of Mario. So I'm going to be passing on Mario Maker 2 until I know that I can play with family. Like, and it's nothing against the game. I'm sure it's amazing, but like
I think what's going to happen with a lot of people is that people probably going to be bringing their Switches along by their friends for them to try stuff out. I think people are just mad that it's not an online thing, which I think is fine. Like, if I'm in the mind frame of creating, I kind of want to put it out there first, like create something and put it out there and have random people say what they have to say with, And
that's the thing. Like, if you're gonna play, like for me, if I'm gonna play Mario, I'll play other Mario games. It's not like there's a short
Mario 3 forever.
Exactly. Like, there's best game ever made.
That's very debatable now for me. and I think it's because the Super Mario 3D World has knocked Mario 3 kind of out the park for me.
3D World was good. Too easy though. Too easy.
If you're not trying to get everything.
Even if you're trying to get everything, Mario 3 is way harder.
Not really.
Agree to disagree.
Look, and that's why I say it's a debatable thing, Dylan. Not saying it's a bad game. Shoot. Trust me, I was studying everything from the wizard about that game. Trust me. But yeah, I just think it's gonna be. I think people are just upset, but I think once people, get their levels out there, and I think of nice and helpful random feedback comes back to people, I think a lot of people won't mind it. But we shall see, Hopefully, Dylan, you do pick it up. Maybe you'll get it for a birthday gift or a sale.
We'll see. I mean, I'm just, I don't know. I liked the first Mario Maker, but I wasn't like big on it, And like I said, I like playing Mario with friends. Like, that's the way I enjoy Mario.
Good.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up there then. I want to say thank you to everybody that joined me tonight. Thank you to Eddie and Dylan and Josh and Kathy. You can find us at all of our usual places: Podbean, Google Play Music, iTunes, Spotify, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and I think that's it. So with that being said, everybody say good night, Gracie.
Good night.
Good night, Grace.
Good night.
And we'll see you guys next time on World 11 Podcast.
Peace.